If you got him hooked being something you're not, you can't sustain that. So there's no purpose. There's no point of it. All right, it's going to blow up in your face anyway. And I can't tell you how many women I have coached, either in relationships, married, or divorced, who they can tell you they reached a point where they got the guy they thought they wanted, only to wake up one day, look to the side and be like, what the hell am I doing here? and why is this man next to me? Like, this is not what I thought I was signing up for. You want to be really careful with playing these games. That's why we don't do that here. So by being yourself, you're able to see who truly connects with you, all right? And you have to be okay with the fact that, yes, you're going to meet men that you may really want, or you may think that you want based on what you're being presented. But if they don't connect with the real you, they can never truly make you happy or pour into your happiness. Because yes, happiness is part of our responsibility, or is our responsibility, but a partner should be able to pour into that happiness. And they can't do that if they can't accept and embrace who you really are. So it's important that you stick with that. But now also in being genuine is, again, you don't want to do things with ulterior motives. You don't want, and it's very easy that even when you're not trying to, it's like sometimes playing games, men and women, is not out of malicious intent. It's not out of I'm trying to hurt them, confuse them, stress them out. It's out of I'm trying to do what I think is going to give me good results. I'm trying to protect myself in the situation. The intention behind it, again, is not some evil thing, but it's still unhealthy. And it still leads to bigger problems. So when we're being genuine, we don't play games. We're keeping it real. Again, of course, being yourself, and really being honest about what it is you need in this situation. All right. And again, and let me also say this. I don't think women realize how when you're overdoing it or underdoing it, the good man's going to pick up on that. And it can turn them off. When you're being way too extra, trying too hard, that can be a turn off. And when I say trying too hard, again, not you're being your true self who maybe pours so much into a man. No, you're trying to, in some calculated way, be super extra, hoping that it's going to reel him in. That doesn't really work. Or you're holding a lot back, hoping that, well, I don't want to come across thirsty or desperate or whatever, but you're not being true to who you are. And that can also turn him off, because then he might feel like you're not really into him like that. You're not really as engaged as he is. And that's why the safest bet is be you. All right, now the next thing, now this one right here is so huge when it comes to hooking a man in the early stages of dating. All right. And that is expressing desire. All right. And we're going to add on to that, giving compliments. Women underestimate the fact that men want to feel desire too. A lot of women do. And listen, we want to hear the compliments. We want to hear from the woman that we're interested in, that we're really into. Some of y'all, sometimes you meet a guy, and let's say he's a really good looking guy. So in your mind, well, he always gets compliments. Women are always, after him. I don't want him to think I'm one of these girls. But then you're not feeding him what he may need from you. He wants to know that you think he looks good. And yet you can say, well, if I'm out with him, of course I do. Nah, it doesn't hit the same. The same way if a man dates you, if he never tells you, man, you looking nice today, or shows you desire, it might make you question some things. So don't underestimate that. And I don't care how good he looks. I don't care how much attention he gets from other women. It's about what attention you're showing him, what desire you're expressing to him. And again, I've said this in previous videos where, long story short, there was a survey done by this man. They had a whole book about it. Like, what are the things that raises a woman's chances of being married? Anyway, they had asked the married men after getting their marriage license, what made you marry this woman? And one of the most popular answers was, because she liked me. And I think when women hear that, they may not fully grasp what that means, but it basically means men are so used to having to be the ones to court, to go after, to show the interest, to essentially, in a lot of cases, do more. I know that the stories you ladies hear make you think like nah, we're the ones doing the most. We're the ones putting all the work. I understand. But in the situations where a man is genuine and serious, the good guys out there, and there's plenty of them, despite what some of you may believe, they have found themselves in situations where they're making most of the effort. And so when the woman reciprocates, not just in effort, but in expressing desire, it reels that man in. It makes him feel good. I'm going to say this one thing and I'm going to move on. It's hitting my spirit. It's a funny thing that's hitting my spirit, but work with me here. Why do you think some men are so attached to strip clubs? All right? I know, that came out of left field. You weren't expecting that, all right? Don't judge me. Just work with me for a second. There are men who will go in a strip club, know that woman ain't going nowhere with him, all right? That he may not have no shot with her. He could have told himself, I ain't gonna spend no money. I'm just going there to have a couple drinks. And will throw his whole paycheck at the woman who makes him feel like she likes him and is into him, all right? Men are so weak, and I say that respectfully, but they're so weak to women who show this desire and interest, even when there's a side of him that says, man, she playing me right now, but this feels so good, I'm just gonna keep it going, all right? So I'm not saying be a stripper. No, not judging strippers neither. I'm just saying that energy men are very receptive to, the energy of showing desire and complimenting and things of that nature. All right, so now let's keep this moving. I hope the stripper analogy ain't throw some of y'all off or make y'all walk away. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. Relationships are the key to a successful life. But there's 5 areas that we have to be mindful of when it comes to relationships. There's relationship with God, relationship with ourselves, relationship with family and friends,